Well, hey there. Have you ever been on a diet working as hard as you can, and instead of seeing weight loss, you start to see either your weight plateauing or even worse, weight gain? Have you ever despaired because you can't seem to shed your weight, even though you're doing all the things? And has that in turn made you, slash your calories and work out even harder, only to realize that it's just not working? So eventually you give up, and you decide that maybe your body is broken or that you just aren't capable of losing your weight. Yeah, yeah, I get that, right? This impacts more women than you realize. So today we're going to talk about one key factor that can dramatically impact your progress on the scale and make it next to impossible for you to lose weight. And so before we dive in, if you're new to me, I am Heather. I am the owner of Bloom and Thrive Nutrition and the founder of the Balance to Thrive system. I help diet fatigue women over 35 dramatically improve their nutrition and lifestyle so they can effortlessly shed inches, 10x their energy levels, and feel comfortable and confident in their skin again. So today we're going to dive into an aspect of the weight loss journey for women that not many professionals talk about. In fact, most diet gurus out there talk only about calories in, less calories out, and exercise when it comes to losing weight. But for us women, there's another huge factor that you need to take into consideration if you want to lose fat, not just weight. Not to mention if you want to be healthier, not just skinnier. And that's our hormones, and stress hormones specifically. So, for most of us women, we don't really consider how stressed we are every day. You know, many of us don't even register what we're feeling. We are so used to feeling stressed that it begins to feel normal. And we wear badges of honor, like how busy we are or how hard we're hustling with, working and taking care of our families and doing all of the food planning and food prepping and working out, taking care of ourselves. Like there's so much. If, you're homeschooling now we're adding that to, our plate and what we're doing every single day. So I know that for most of my clients and the women that I talk to, many of us don't ask for help, and we are determined to keep going, to keep putting one foot in front of the other, even at the expense of our health. So does that, resonate with you? Do you feel like, oh yeah, that's definitely me? Well, I'm not a stalker. I'm not stalking you. I just know from experience that, we as women just tend to naturally do this. We pack our days full of stuff, of things that we have to get done. And so we're always running around and hustling our butts off. Now, when it comes to all of that hustling, tell me, how does that make you feel? I know that, when I was not managing my stress levels, it made me feel overwhelmed, often exhausted. Um, I had trouble sleeping, I had trouble concentrating. So these were just some of my signs that I needed to manage my life, my stress levels, my lifestyle better. So recognizing how you feel is a good way to start tuning into your body so that you can recognize when your stress levels are too high, and that will help you start to change things up. Now, if you're looking for, signs, here are 4 signs aside from weight gain that indicate stress might be taking over in your body. So first, your mood, right? If you are irritable and overwhelmed and snappish and you get frustrated super easy, then this is a big sign that your stress levels might be a little bit out of control. If you feel like you have some kind of alter ego that comes out when you're feeling this way, if it takes literally nothing for you to snap, then you need to start looking at your stress levels so you can help to calm things down. Second warning sign is your brain never shuts off, like ever. And you are always thinking about what you needed to do next or tomorrow or next week. There's always projects on the go, kind of flipping through your brain. And this manifests a lot at night when you have what I term busy brain and you're unable to go to sleep. When this happens, it impacts the quality of sleep you have, right? And then this will cause further, you know, elevated stress levels and hormonal imbalances the next day. So you feel exhausted, you crave sweets, you don't have any energy during the day, it's hard to focus or make decisions. That's a big warning sign. Your third warning sign is that your sex drive has left the building. When we have an unhealthy libido, that's one of the main signs of hormonal imbalances. All right. And as soon as cortisol creeps into your life, your libido is one of the first things to go. And the fourth warning sign is feeling wired but tired, right? Exhausted, but your nervous system is too revved up to let you relax or sleep. Chronic cortisol can zap any and all kinds of energy that you have during the day. So yeah, those are four kind of key warning signs that you might be stressed out. The fifth being the weight gain on the scale, right? Even if you are doing all the things. So when we have, high cortisol levels in our bodies, and we don't start working on them so we can lower that, then that's going to cause the weight gain, not just, weight loss. And it's going to be the kind of stress fat, which is particularly hard for us women to lose. And just keeping it real, you stand zero chance of losing any kind of extra weight and feeling alert, energized, and focused if you don't bring your cortisol levels under control. And when cortisol is elevated for long periods of time, this can cause your entire hormonal system to erupt into chaos. And it leads to things like insulin resistance, elevated estrogen, low progesterone, testosterone issues, and thyroid impairment. Essentially, you're a hot mess. And it's why your body is, all the time in that fight or flight mode. And that in turn is just going to turn on your fat storage hormones. So it's defeating, any kind of effort you're making, even if you're eating healthy, you're moving your body, you're exercising, and you're doing what you think are all the right things. And so let's dive a little bit deeper into, stress and cortisol and why it causes that weight gain for us women. Well, first off, stress will increase your appetite and specifically cravings for sweets because your body thinks it needs that extra glucose to handle stressful situations. So for most of us, this manifests in some serious sugar cravings that are hard to make it through, they're hard to white knuckle it through, and they're hard to ignore. Second, we see a decrease in muscle mass, and that's particularly bad especially for us women, because lean muscle plays a huge role in our metabolic function by increasing calories burned at rest. So the less lean muscle you have, the less calories you're burning, and the slower your metabolism is. Third, stress will increase visceral fat, and this then secretes pro-inflammatory substances in your body, which in turn cause elevated leptin levels, insulin resistance, and then leptin resistance. Fourth, it will cause immune dysfunction and increased levels of inflammation in your body. And that just means that, your immune system isn't working well and you're more prone to getting sick. Fifth, suppressed pituitary gland, which decreases thyroid function, low growth hormone, and causes low sex hormone production. So that is just essentially your low sex drive. And then sixth, low melatonin causes poor sleep, right? The whole busy brain thing. And that causes increased hormonal imbalances and will lead to chronic illness over time. So this is why if you're hitting a wall with your weight loss, or you've tried other diets in the past and nothing has worked, then stress may be the mystery guest at your party. It may also be the reason why you're chronically tired and you get sick really easily, why nothing seems to work, why you can't muster up the motivation to work out or do all the things that you needed to do. So where does stress sneak into our lives? Well, there's kind of three key areas where it does that. The first is in your diet, right? When it comes to weight loss, stress will cause our bodies to store fat, not release it. And standard diets tend to stress women's bodies out in particular because they're tailored to how men's bodies optimally lose weight, not ours. So diets like keto, paleo, beachbody, they're better suited to what men's bodies need because they cause for us increased stress hormone levels, cortisol, and other hormonal imbalances, not to mention a slower metabolism. So if you're struggling on one of these diets, it's probably not your fault. It's the diet that you're on. And it's the stress from that diet that is causing your body to, not allow you to make progress. So it's important to take a look at what you're doing and, what your diet looks like, because we as women are physically much different from men, from our hormones to our stress response to our metabolism. Typical weight loss advice is designed, researched, and recommended by men for men. So it's not a wonder women like us struggle so hard on standard diets and not lose our weight, because they are in fact designed for men. And so for this reason, if you are struggling on that low calorie restricted diet, 1200 calories, whatever, or you've struggled on one of them in the past, it's likely that your body has, as a result, increased cortisol levels, and that makes it next to impossible for your body to release fat. And the reality is, you need a program that works with your body, both with respect to your nutrition and your lifestyle, so that you can create balance with your hormones and rev up your metabolism, not slow it down. So the second area where stress creeps in is in our lifestyle. Let's just be real, right? Your lifestyle is key to managing stress and cortisol levels, but for most of us right now, feeling stressed out just kind of feels normal, right? Between the pandemic, financial concerns, maybe homeschooling, either working at the office or working from home if you're a frontline worker, going back to school. Stress can permeate kind of every layer of our lives. And it's super hard to manage all of it. And over time, like I've said, it can start to feel normal, but it's not normal. And it's important to remember that. Sorry, guys. So I encourage you to do an audit of how you're feeling and how your life is making you feel, so that you can start to find correlations between, you know, um, weight gain, getting sick often, feeling exhausted, tons of cravings, and what's going on in your life. Because the reality is, if you don't start improving your lifestyle, you're not just going to stall your progress out on the scale, you're going to set yourself up for getting sick. And as we head into cold and flu season, that is particularly worrisome. So it's important to learn how to mitigate the impact of stress with daily specific activities that are critical to managing your individual stress levels. And that means practicing some kind of stress management every single day. And not just when things feel bad or when you finally realize how stressed out that you are. Managing your stress takes a daily time investment, and it has huge benefits on your health and your progress on the scale. So, you know, from auditing how you're feeling, auditing your schedule, setting boundaries, saying no to things, prioritizing your health and self-care activities over other stuff. This is important if you're noticing that you are just really stressed out. It's key to being healthy inside and out. And the third thing, area where stress can creep in our mindset, right? With the busy brain and constantly thinking about all the stuff that we have to do, we can feel stressed all the time. And what you think every single day is going to greatly impact your weight loss success, not to mention your health. So your physiology will follow your psychology. So make sure that every day you're getting in clarity around your vision for your life, which means setting boundaries and sticking to them. That you regularly set goals and stick with them, right? So goals or priorities. That you're doing daily positive affirmations, and that you're taking time to manage the mental stress that you're going through. Your thoughts are incredibly powerful, and they influence everything from your hormones, your weight, your mood, your energy, um, your physiology, and your cellular function. Literally, what you think is what you become. So not only does cultivating a positive mindset help you make tangible progress towards your weight loss goals, it also helps to lower stress levels and create a sense of calm and peace in your mind. Making the time to create that sense of peace is so important. I can't stress it enough. Because if you don't take the time to make that improvement, to, adopt a healthier, more positive mindset, then nothing will physically change in your life, from your body to your environment. So I hope this makes sense for you, right? Because weight loss is about way more than just calories in and calories out, or working out like a beast in the gym. True weight loss for women is about achieving improved overall health, both mentally and physically. And stress is one of those insidious elements in our lives that can overwhelm our minds and our bodies and make it impossible for you to reach your health and weight loss goals. So I encourage you to do an audit of your lifestyle and your diet and see where the stress is showing up in your life. List all the things in your life that are making you stressed out. After you do that audit, create a list of goals or priorities. And anything that doesn't correlate to those gets taken off the list so that you can start to create healthy boundaries. And if you need help with your nutrition, then I encourage you to book a free nutrition chat with me. We can address what's going on with your diet. We'll look at what your particular challenges are and help you make a plan for moving forward. So I hope that this makes sense for you. I hope that this gives you some clarity on why you might be gaining weight, even if you're doing all the right things. Okay? So before I sign off, just a couple of quick things. If you are looking for help and support and community on your weight loss journey, I encourage you to join my Fit and Fabulous Weight Loss group on Facebook. It's a community of women working towards healthy weight loss goals. I will drop a link to that community below for you. Second, if you are looking for personalized nutrition help, then I would love to help you achieve your particular health and weight loss goals. Your first step is to book a nutrition chat with me so I can help assess where you're at and help you create a plan for your next steps. All right, so that's it for today. The correlation between stress and weight gain. I hope it's given you a couple of aha moments and it's going to motivate you to take a look at what's going on in your life so that you can start to make positive changes. All right. As always, thanks for tuning in. I will chat with you guys more soon.